Dear students, today we will talk about reproduction in plants. In this, particularly, we will be dealing about the flowering plants. These are called angiosperms. So, or seed-bearing plants. Seed-bearing plants include gymnosperm and angiosperm. But angiosperms are the plant where flower produce. Flower is the reproductive organ. In flowering plants, as all of us know, reproductive phase is marked by initiation of flowering. Once flowering starts, we can say the plant has entered in the reproductive phase. So all of us know that as the name is flowering plant, so flower is the reproductive organ of the angiosperm. This is very important. Flower. Now we have to understand what is flower. Flower is most fascinating and most attractive part of plant. Flower can be defined as flower is modified shoot. Shoot apex part modified into reproductive structure, and that is known as modified shoot. We can find many similarities in the flowering parts with the parts of shoot, like sepals and petals. If we look into the morphology and anatomy of sepals and petals, these are very similar to the morphology of other vegetative parts like leaves. So to understand different processes which are involved in the reproduction of flowering plant, we have to first understand the structure of flower. So let's look into the structure of flower. When you look into structure of flower, we must know flower produce, angiosperm produce two type of flowers. These flowers may be unisexual flower or that may be bisexual flower. Most of the plants, most of the angiosperms are bisexual. Bisexual means it bear male and female both the parts. It means it bear male part, that is we say stamen, and female part, that is known as carpel or pistil, and both are present, then it is called bisexual flower. Or bisexual flower, we can call it as the complete flower. This is called complete flower because it has male and female both the parts. Now if we look into the detailed structure of flower, flower consists of four whorls of appendages. Four whorls means four rings. So if we start from outermost ring, the outermost ring is known as calyx. Then inner ring is known as corolla. Then third inner ring is known as androecium. Andro means male. Androecium. And the innermost, this is the female part. All the units together known as gynoecium. So let's discuss these four rings with the help of the diagram. So let's draw the structure of flower. That is the typical flower we are going to understand, a bisexual typical flower. So first of all of us know, if we look into the morphology of flower, the stalk of flower is known as pedicel. This is called pedicel, on which all the flowering parts are present. This swollen part is known as thalamus. This is known as thalamus. On this, all four rings are present. The outermost ring is known as calyx, and this calyx consists of sepals. So this part is called sepal. Single unit is known as sepal, and all the parts together known as calyx. When you move inside, beside calyx, there is presence of, generally these parts are colored. They may be green also. These are called petals. Most showy part, visible parts, all the petals together make the corolla. Remember, the word we use is the corolla. The inner part, these are two accessory parts. Male reproductive part is known as stamen. So this complete structure is called stamen. All the stamens together known as androecium. Andro means, as I mentioned, androecium. And next, the innermost part is known as, this is called carpel. Carpel. And more than one carpel present, then all carpels together known as gynoecium. So remember it, the outermost ring is called calyx, then inner is called corolla, then it is androecium, which consists of stamens, male parts, and the innermost layer, you have to remember, is the gynoecium, which is made up of carpel. Carpels also known as pistils. Carpel also known as pistil. Right? Now, if we go into the detailed structure of these two, stamen and carpel, these are the functional parts. These two parts take part in reproduction. It means these two parts help in production of gametes. Here, female gamete is produced in the carpel, and here in stamen, male gamete is produced. If you look into the detailed structure of the anther and carpel, so let's try to understand the detailed structure of anther and carpel. So if we draw here, let's look into the detailed structure of anther and carpel. Anther is the male part, which have a long stalk. This may be attached to the thalamus. It may be attached to the petals. So this part is called stamen. The part of stamen, this is complete structure is, we will go into the anatomy, detailed structure of stamen also. This part is called stalk, and this is called anther. So please remember, the stamen consists of stalk and anther broadly. And here the tissue is present, that is called connective, so that we will discuss in detail in the next topic, connective. Anther is the bilobed. It have bilobes, two lobes you can see. Bilobed anther is the identity of angiosperms. If we look into structure of female part, that is the pistil or carpel. It has three parts. The uppermost knob-like structure is called stigma, which receive pollen grains. Another part that is called style, and this solemn part is called ovary. Inside the ovary there is presence of ovule. Ovule contain embryo sac, and there is development of, or this is megasporangium present inside it, and this megasporangium produce the female gametes. So this is only the morphological structures, reproductive structure. There is the male, and this one is the female part. So this is all about the typical structure of an flower. So we will continue with how the stamen produce the gametes, male gametes, and how the pistil help in development of female gametes. Thank you.